right, y'all, as to why DisRace. You be a fool if you want to.
Racist.
And think racism doesn't exist in America. You be a fool if you want to. If you don't want to look at the Supreme Court of the United States, if you don't want to look at their decisions of late, that black folk are still at a disadvantage in this country, then, you know, you're a damn idiot. Who would be the next president of the United States if he's dead?
Wow. That's our best bet.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Trump is better than DeSantis.
Yes. Only because, no? Yes. Hands down.
I'm wrong. I'll go with Trump. Right.
He's just selfish to a fault. He don't give a damn about nobody. I've seen he's thrown under the bus.
That's true.
He done thrown Willie B. He don't give.
Hilarious.
But him and his daughter, who
That's weird.
and his little retarded son.
DC.
Well, that's how you make
What?
Staying out of it.
Special needs, same as retarded.
I think you got to say spectrum. Are we not saying spectrum?
You need something that
People
everybody
think about
else
my
don't need.
He's not wrong.
I think you brought up the correct conversation with us having.
The studio is well lit. Everybody knows the studio is very well lit.
How is this Donald Trump thing affecting?
He's talking about. Nothing. I got nothing.
You better do what I did with you last week.
I mean, you are the perfect person.
Though I can tell you like this, I know that based on where I'm at in life, whoever the president is does not immediately broke when Trump was president, and I'm broke now. So like I'm too low on the totem pole to feel that tax change or that bracket change. But just as a country, because I'm still an American, I think that unfortunately everybody was winning when Trump was in office.
How so?
Wow. I'm a hater.
That was off
You
a benefit
just
of
said, you
Obama's
just
economy.
testified to the country one way or the other. So how were you winning if it didn't affect you one way? If you were broke then and you're broke.
I'm talking about outside look assets, people who have things. It was crazy listening to black people who were anti-Trump and then some tax changes happening. I'll take a little Trump every now and then.
Are you relating this on?
But I do, I pay attention to current events. And what I have noticed is that the guy who makes the financial decisions, albeit your president, for instance, you rent property to people. Was made directly affected you, am I not right? And I'm not that.
So can I say this?
Hold it, let me get clarification.
Go ahead, get that.
Rent forgiveness.
Since you try to put a slumlord on front street.
Pull that.
Whoa.
Yes. Pull that, DC.
I'm referring to things like rent forgiveness and things like that.
I don't forgive rent.
I knew it was coming.
They checks from the niggas either. I told you when you moved in, no credit check. That meant no credit and no check. But I'm telling you what it meant.
But do you feel like your vote? Do you feel like your vote counts, Bo P?
Huh?
You feel like
My vote count?
Do you feel like your vote counts?
Man, I vote. I don't know who it's going to. I can't tell one election to the other.
Yeah.
What does my
What does my vote does?
the party?
Everybody?
The party.
Don't need affirmative
You
action.
know what I'm saying?
Affirmative
I'm
action.
gonna tell you,
We need affirmative action at the.
We don't need affirmative action. We need equal action, DC. We need affirmative.
Well,
We need
I'm gonna
equal.
tell you, but
Yeah.
I'm really for us building up our own thing.
Call me stupid.
I heard my daddy say this one time. It's asinine and for us to expect, it's asinine for us to expect white people to teach our or compete with them.
Exactly.
That's asinine.
Exactly.
Believe that. Now,
Exactly.
tell me
So we need,
what did asinine mean? I'm sorry.
it's like,
It's like
it's
saying-
like
I know
you.
what the it's asinine for y'all to be talking about this.
And here's my second point, which is very controversial, but I've said it over the years.
Right.
As far as I'm anti-segregation somewhat. It's a whole lot of black businesses, brother. It put a whole lot of black dire straits. The Black
Yeah.
Bullock was one of the richest. It's been the civil rights movement. Equal is about we shall overcome, not we shall come on. I'm not excited about going to school with you. I just want you to take my tax dollars and equally distribute them amongst. Not we shall come over. I ain't excited about going. I'm not excited. I just think that since I pay taxes like it ought to be distributed
Evenly.
like everybody
That's
else.
right.
But
Right.
DC,
And they ain't gonna do. You
DC,
got to
over.
let me get into this too.
but doesn't that, but DC, let's say it's all equal. At the basis of it, we live in is not in our hands. So it's equal education. But at the end of the day, when it comes to building something, you've got to answer to a higher power. I believe we call him the man. And but honestly, equal rights, affirmative action. Am I wrong?
That's
That word
In
goes.
my mind was to right some of the wrongs.
That's
of man.
right.
Affirmative action been in place, what, 50-something years? Has
More
it been
than
that?
action came in
50-something years.
67.
Okay, well, right around
67.
50 years or 60, 70 years. Made right the oppression of they will. That's the argument.
Kids are
Man, black
upset.
folk, you came over here, you volunteered, come over here.
Right.
Black folk brought over here against with slaves. If they caught a nigga reading,
thing, and they made sure they took our languages. Everybody always had.
I'm saying you can't make up for that
exactly
in 50 years.
No, not at all. Not
So
at all.
I think for 400 years.
Well,
So
I want to say this and to go back to how you made out, Tim. Well, for me, I'm not a Trump supporter, and I'm going to speak out both sides of my mouth. But had Trump taken off, had Trump taken office, I would have been in a much the financial moves that I made.
Say that again. Say that again. Wait a minute.
Had Trump taken office, I would have been in a much better financial position
On the second
based on I made
Yeah, what I mean by
it
second
kind of well, I know what it meant. So you always come for me.
Actually, you mean the.
Okay. Let me
What are you
finish.
talking about,
You're taking
Sydney?
up my time.
Okay.
So based on the decisions that I made,
Say it out loud. Say it
but
with your
then
chest.
I didn't. But because of my business moves, I kind of needed him, but he didn't. So I'm like,
Let me hit that
When
for
did the
you.
women stop ironing and folding clothes?
what? This ain't got nothing to do with this.
Breakfast. When did that stop?
We need a lot
When
of
you
Miss
start
Beavers.
bringing in the check.
Well,
Miss Beavers. We need the Beavers
there you
back.
go. The
well,
check.
DC,
That's
Check.
right.
Now you ain't got to cook no more.
No, you stop bringing in the check.
Okay, he stopped making the check. So he just bringing the check. So
You
if
want
he
me to
not-
bring in the check. You want me to go get
Yes.
the.
Hey,
They have a commercial back in the day.
you want Babyface pay the rent, buy your clothes.
Babyface said he'll do it. And all I need to do was what he need me to do.
Even that
in
didn't work.
but since we've been here, since DisRace has even started, DC has brought this up. Every time we get into this, what is your best interest? Do you vote in the interest of your people, JJ, or do you vote
That's
in
what I
the
was about
interest
to
of
say.
your Sorry.
Yeah,
JJ, is
people
that
have
so do you vote in the interest of your people, or do you vote in the interest of
Of
your
yourself.
pocket, of yourself?
Now look who's stuttering. Pass out.
All this tax.
And I'm
Not
just telling you. What, you want to say something? There are some things
Come on, DC.
When he did that stuff with
that benefited me, but I know they don't benefit most of
people.
my people.
Yeah, the diabetic medicine.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
I'm
to.
more
right.
concerned. I really am, man. I'm more concerned with the plight of my people than I am myself. Because I'm
I need a few.
I voted for my people.
Oh.
I voted the other one. I kind of
wish Trump was black.
exactly.
Trump was
Oh,
just a
that's
little
so
darker
damn
than me.
stupid.
Hear me? All
Yeah,
right.
that hear you better now.
Okay, this is what I read, and I'm starting to.
That's right. I'll let my woman read.
Black people vote, rich people lobby. Effectively help my people up back. So I have to play chess.
That's
so
right,
I'm
you
gonna
can.
vote.
Here you gonna
There
reach.
you go, Queen.
I know
The
here you gonna
black
reach
queen.
back when you behind.
That's it.
That's why I gotta level
The
up.
black
That's why I gotta
queen.
catch
So-
up.
Most
So-
powerful piece on the board.
Black
you
people
saying-
vote, rich
you
people
saying-
lobby.
Prostitute yourself.
Black queen, the most powerful piece on the
Prostitute
board.
Oh, prostitution necessary.
Okay, hold on. Okay, like no.
That's what she's saying.
Blah, 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 blah,
Are we
blah,
talking
blah,
about the same kind of?
Pass the the buck.
Yeah.
I don't think we have to reach behind when it comes to voting. I mean, evidently we've come this
Boy,
far.
you scared.
He doing one of my number. He ducking
Hold
the,
up,
the
Rev.
question.
You don't think what, Rev?
I had to go ahead. He said, I don't think you got to vote to get yourself to a certain level. I mean, you've had like it's a pendulum swing, and I just think regardless of what you be something to where you see the blockage, you know, the things like that. They always try to put stumbling blocks. So I don't think you're gonna do.
To the plight of my people, man.
Period and point blank.
Not myself.
Not yourself. No, you're in a different tax bracket. Thank you for the
No,
likes.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm voting. Plight of my people.
So let me ask you this, Brian. Based on that, because it's well known that when politicians out
Always come to the church. It's
always up to probably have this defining moment where they endorse somebody.
Yeah.
How do you handle that when you have a
I'm gonna tell you how it
Well,
works.
with me,
I'm gonna tell you how it works. I'm gonna tell you how it works.
To the preacher.
Hold a household in a black neighborhood, in a rough neighborhood, or any kind of conservative black neighborhood. He can go right to that church who has parishioners of 10,000 people, so he don't have to go door to door. So that's why he gets with that church member, that pastor. That pastor, everything he wants, it's like from the slavery days. I give it to you, Nate.
wow?
But Nate Turner said he was the one that's fighting against that in the woods. Said in the woods, but that white, the one that the minister gave him the food.
Well,
Hold on, but
DC, can
that's
I ask
how
you
it
a
works.
question?
The one got the biggest church. I'm gonna go there, so I ain't gotta go to every household. I'm gonna go there and give him the money.
Give that
What
money,
you want,
Brian.
give you what you want, and that's
why I don't have my own church. I have no problem telling any type of politician that, man, I'm only seeing you. Pastors have to deal with seeing guys who come to church, and you're entitled to be your own member. It's a once every 3 years just to placate to whatever party you want to be.
You have about
so
two
if I'm ever, I mean, if you calling me to come and hey, I want to speak.
Two things. First thing is, we had this argument. We were talking about Easter, and you were saying how people come to church on Easter that don't go to church before, so you kind of were disenfranchised with them. Reaching people that don't believe, and that's the only key to really mean. That's the first thing.
I will bring
the
Rihanna.
second thing, pastoralship or and trying to meet the needs of all the people. It's not logistically affect a politician who's, let's say, over the state or over the county. He can't be at your church he can't be at every church every. Benefit your church when he can, if it is once a year, because even if he is only 52, he may be at your church one, at another church. Logistically, now of course, if he were a member at your church, he still wouldn't be there every Sunday because being just there. So he, and I A lot of times in the church logistics of politicians and that, well, he don't come here. The man can't. Is in the county.
What's 52 times 4?
Times 4?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
No,
Then
hear
we're
me
talking
out.
about a 2-year term. Let's say it's a Congress.
Or 2 years.
That's for president of the United States.
Yeah, okay, well, let's go 52
Who
times
got
2.
who got way
104.
more who got
So
way
you got
more
104.
churches in the United
All I'm saying is, and I don't run it, all I'm saying is, if you asking me to
Yeah.
come, you don't see anywhere politicians go placate to the people. Scripturally,
You had the Romans, you had the Pharisees.
that was a
You know,
dictatorship. That was no vote.
don't tell me
That
that.
was a dictatorship. That was not a vote.
That's
That was
politics,
not a
brother.
vote. That was not a vote.
Politics.
It's not the same.
Hold
Either
on,
through birth
Reverend.
or heritage.
We were
It's totally
talking
different,
about
DC.
politics. Now, if you want to talk about a democracy, that's a monarch. All of those are politics. It's all politics.
But these guys that you have control.
A democracy?
No. It's
No. Let Reverend.
Let Rev
It's
do
America.
talk. Let Rev
America.
Not
Donald
coming. It's a
Trump, when he
democracy.
became president, lost the popular electoral vote. So it's hypocrisy of the democracy is the belief is that a democracy means one.
Yeah.
So
But you
that
got-
is not the case.
Right.
So it's not really democracy. You can down say this at the risk of getting put off the air. You can downplay in America. You own your house.
Right.
Right. So
That
now,
is-
can I give you
Stop
a,
it.
Can I give you
Stop it.
can I give you a
Come
really
on.
can I give you a really
Talking about
crazy
you don't
stat?
own nothing.
Can I
Go
give
ahead.
can I give you a
You
really
don't
crazy
own nothing.
Can I give you a really in the Senate as well as Congress?
Bunch of crooks.
But yes, bunch. Stop. Let me finish before you add. Okay. So
I want
for people to transition into politics, lawyers, right? Right, then you have your community service. Do you know the 5th top position that transitions into a politician?
cocaine.
Don't
is.
say pimp.
It's the
cocaine.
clergy.
Is.
It's the clergy because they know that they can. When you talk about your access to people and you're leading a community, is it not your duty to at least let a flock? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say.
You can say flock or
Yeah.
I think it goes back to this.
it's a slippery slope.
I think
Tim,
it goes
when you-
back to this as far as voting and stuff. And all the politician, all the shit that a politician goes through. What it comes down to is who do you trust? Trust my pastor. So I'm assuming politician better than I. Judge me, because all I know is really what I see on the superficially. To know
You don't
more
want to sit
about
down
him.
with it.
That is going to
Help the
influence me. So that's why the politician goes to the pastor. The pastor, the preacher, one held in fairly high esteem.
So now,
I would
if I
say
was a
more
pastor-
than the policeman.
And what
If
is
I
the
was a pastor,
exactly? Go
and to my church, when I have Easter or something like that, I'm gonna bring in Rihanna. I'm gonna bring in somebody. Gonna bring.
That nigga said when he.
And then,
Boy, you had me listening for a minute.
but why do you think they found cocaine in the White House this week?
Yeah, they did. They did. He's not
Al
lying. They
Sharpton.
did. But DC, most of the times when you say you bring in those guys, and let's be 1,000, the ones that the black passion they come in the black neighborhood, most of those guys that they gonna really allow speak of the other color that you don't even you won't even see in remote anything to help the community out, whether to fix the roads or anything like that. And that's what I have a problem with. I have a problem, of course, politicians coming in and they gonna be better and help the roads and everything community. Yeah. But there are some of these guys.
Because a lot of people can't make that. I don't know what the hell them politicians be talking about. But I looked at somebody that I know knows them and that I believe in. You a policeman. You know you rob people.
I running for positions that they've never worked in that area of.
Exactly.
They just know the books. They know the.
You
and
change the light.
Exactly.
That's like letting Bo
Peach
Peach change a light bulb. He supposed to be an electrician.
I hope
Get that money.
That nigga fixed my electric gate at my house. Every time I flush the toilet, my gate open and close.
Dang, Bo Peep, my sister JJ.
I'm old Tim Black. Uh-oh.
Black.
Brian Harper.
You see the...
Go on, do your tag, man.
Oh.
You gotta be bald head minister. Not fit to be bald head minister. Our studio guest. What's your name? Mashonda? LaShonda. And April. Angela. Bullhead.
You got a soft voice.
Will wish I was Smith, the technician. The big head of security.